Hey guys, Roger5 here with episode number 53 of our West Brom career mode on FIFA 20. We're kicking it off with a transfer of Slaven Alanovic. Crystal Palace have come in to try and sign him off of us, and he's got a lot of potential. So I did want to try and get as much money as I possibly could. 20 million they didn't accept, 17.5 million they did not accept either. And Roy Hodgson stormed out of the kind of meeting room and was never seen again. But there, lovely bit of skill by Alvarez, nice little rainbow flick over the man. Now he's one-on-one with Chalobah, whips the ball across to the back post. Havertz can't quite win the header, and it's cleared away. But not for long, as Reece James gets on the end of this one, and we're going to immediately work our way back upfield and create another opportunity as Kai Havertz turns, plays the ball to Chalobah, infield to Marlon. He lays it then off to Kai Havertz. He's got the pace. He's going to let back across to Marlon. And somehow, a player who's averaging 32 goals per season couldn't tuck that one away. It was a really nicely built opportunity from back to front, but we couldn't, unfortunately, tuck it into the back of the net. As Onyekuru plays the ball to Williams, takes a nice little touch, strikes it, falls back to him quite luckily, but he can't put it into the back of the net, as it was a tight little angle. Maybe if he had taken a touch, then he wouldn't have had enough time, but unfortunately he did miss. But there, really poor tackle there by Cote on Alvarez, and it's going to be a free kick, not a penalty. 23 yards out. Hakan Çalhanoğlu, who's standing over it, aiming for that top right-hand corner. He gets it up, gets it down, but the keeper gets a really big hand on it, and it's still 0-0. No one has scored as of yet, but Çalhanoğlu looking to start an attack here, and he's going to drill the ball down to Alvarez. Looks to get the better of Cote. He's on a yellow card, so he can't really be diving into any tackles. So Alvarez just charges past him, strikes it across the face of goal, but the defender's there to clear it away. 33 minutes in, Alvarez is going to take a throw in and play it to Çalhanoğlu. He plays it to Tonali, who's in turn going to play it back to Çalhanoğlu. He's got space in the box, he's got time. He's going to lay this one back across to Marlon. This time Marlon tucks it home. This time Marlon is on the score sheet. He's been off to a quick start, obviously, but this season the goals are much more spread out in between Marlon, Çalhanoğlu, Havertz, Vinicius Jr. Alvarez has got some, Chukwueze's got some. They're much more spread out. Last season, I felt like they all came from Marlon. Lovely little flip-flap there by Alvarez to get it past the man and lay it across to Marlon, who's doubled his goal tally in a very, very short amount of time before the second half. It's 2-0. And Marlon, he just loves goal scoring. He is the greatest goal scoring player to grace the Premier League in the past couple of years. He's got 64 goals, I believe it was, in the past 2 seasons. He got 26 in the first season, 38 last season. So yeah, 64 goals in 2 seasons, and we add on the few he scored this season, he's probably close to 70 odd goals. And if he breaks the 100 goal record, or the 100 goal mark in 3 seasons, that would be incredible. Kai Havertz putting his name on the score sheet once again with a lovely left-footed strike on the edge of the box. He scored one against Liverpool. He's just gone and scored one against Watford just before half-time. 3-0, the game's pretty much done and dusted at this point, and we are ready to just leave, really. We'll go home at half-time. 3 goals, 3 points. We'll call it quits at half-time so we don't embarrass Watford anymore. But the ball's whipped across. Dodgy little touch there by Alvarez. Couldn't quite get on the end of it, as it really actually didn't even go out. As it's cleared upfield, we're going to work our way back up into the box. Marlon plays it through to Vinicius Jr. Keeps hold of the possession there. Lays it across to Kai Havertz, who makes it 4-0. 2 goals for him. 2 goals for Marlon. I love a little run by Vinicius Jr. to actually get the assist there. At 70 minutes in, the ball for Alvarez is low on stamina. He can't quite make it to the end of that one. But the keeper plays it straight to Tonali. Plays it first time to Marlon. Turns, strikes. It's a great save by the keeper once again. He showed some really good reaction saves in this game. As we are done there, 4-0 is going to be the final score as we go into the game against Aston Villa at Villa Park. And we're going to win this one as well. Against a local rival, we've got to win this one. This is a must-win game, basically. And the first chance is going to come 3 minutes in until we play the ball through to Marlon. Really nice, tight angle. Tried to just low hard drive that one into the near post, but the keeper had it covered. 3 minutes after that, another chance here for Marlon. He lays the ball off to Dave Scott. He's playing in a deeper role. Cuts inside, strikes one, hits the post, falls back to him, scissor kick. Right at the keeper, unfortunately. Still 0-0. And because Çalhanoğlu's not on the pitch, Dave Scott is the man that steps up for the free kick. He's going right in that top right-hand corner. Lovely effort. Hits the crossbar. It's going to fall back to Tonali. Lays it off to Dave Scott. Once again, gets on the outside. Really nice save, though, this time. Still 0-0. From a corner, though, for Aston Villa. Alvarez actually wins the header. Falls to John McGinn. He takes on the ball really nicely. Playing it upfield into Douglas Luiz. He's going to cut outside, but Diallo wins back the ball. He plays it to Reece James. Reece James to Alvarez. Alvarez to Dave Scott. Up to Havertz. Havertz to Tonali. Tonali's going to drive forward slightly. Then plays it up to Vinicius Jr. Looks to get the better of Bree here with a nice little Berber spin. Back inside to Tonali. First time strike saved. But Marlon is there to tuck that one home. And that's one of the best goals we've scored in the whole career mode. Literally from one end to the other. Everyone had a touch of the ball on the way up. And it was just really nice to see. Look at this. So to Reece James. Reece James plays to Alvarez. Alvarez plays it to Dave Scott. He plays it to Havertz. Havertz to Tonali. Drives forward slightly. Plays it to Vinicius Jr. Carries the ball really nicely. Lovely Berber spin to get past his man. Nice little scoop to get it then to Tonali. Unfortunately, Tonali couldn't score it, but Marlon was there to tuck home the rebound. And it's 1-0. Dave Scott charging through the defence here as we open up the second half. Unfortunately, gets tackled by Marvellous Nakamba, who can only clear the ball as far as Jamal Lewis. He then plays it into Marlon, turns his man brilliantly, strikes it, but it's a great save once again by the keeper. Somehow they are staying in this one because of their keeper, really. As Matt Target plays the ball centrally to Nakamba. Nakamba up to Grealish. Grealish is going to play it back to Nakamba. Back to Grealish. Strikes it, trying to game at that near post, but Collins has got that one covered. Keeping it at 1-0, but from their resulting corner, it's whipped across. Robber gets his head on it. Collins has easily caught that one and got a counter-attack going on here. Plays the ball to Diallo. Diallo's going to play it to Alvarez. Uses the pace, gets the better of Grealish. Now he's got Target to get past. Lovely couple of step-overs, does so really nicely. Plays it centrally, but it's a pass intercepted. Wins it back though, and plays it right back through to Kai Havertz. He's going to cut inside with a nice little Ronaldo chop. Strikes it. Just wide of the post on his stronger left foot. Unfortunately, he couldn't curl that on quite enough into the back post. But here, last minute, we clear the ball away. Vinicius Jr. is going to get on the end of it. Once again, on the counter-attack, we could have a chance to score a second here. But Target holds back Vinicius Jr. And the final whistle is going to be blown. It's going to be a 1-0 victory against Aston Villa. They had a really good defence and keeper. And I couldn't really do much about it, unfortunately. But we are now going to play the first home game in the Champions League this season. We'll be taking on Valencia at the Hawthorns. They're a pretty tough team. They're obviously a team that offered us a job position earlier in the second season, I believe it was. But you lot voted no, we will not join Valencia, we'll stay at West Brom. And I think that was one of the best decisions we've made so far in this career mode. Probably behind signing Marlon was that decision. But as you can see, at the Hawthorns, we're taking on Valencia. And they're definitely the other best team in the group. Lokomotiv Moscow and Salzburg. They're not that good compared to Valencia and ourselves. And as you can see, Marlon with a brilliant touch. Couldn't quite find the back of the net. Vinicius Jr. slides in, couldn't quite find the back of the net either. Havertz with an overhead kick. Again, deflected and cleared away. But we're going to try and work our way right back up as Havertz receives the ball. He's going to play it to Dave Scott. Dave Scott first time to Vinicius Jr. Back into Havertz. Turns his man brilliantly. Plays it to Chukwueze. Threads it through to Reece James. Whips it across to the back post. Marlon's not there to get to that one, unfortunately. But as you can see, so far all the chances are coming through us. As 3 minutes later, Alwar's going to receive the ball. Drills it up to Sola, but Lewis intercepts brilliantly there. And is on the counter-attack here. Got Vinicius Jr., Havertz and Marlon to aim at. Havertz is going to play through Chukwueze. Gets the better of Angelino, but Angelino is there to cover and make a really nice sliding tackle to deny Chukwueze to getting onto that stronger left foot and actually striking that one really cleanly. But 2 minutes left in the half. We're going to try and work away from the back, but we do get intercepted. A great save by Collins, but now we've got the real counter going here. Kai Havertz holds up the ball, lays it off to Dave Scott. Dave Scott up to Marlon, down to Tonali. Tonali's going to play it to Reece James, who's making a really nice run. He's going to just drive out of the defence. Looks to get the better of Angelino. Does so really nicely. Threads it through to Chukwueze. This time he can cut inside. This time he's on his left foot. This time he puts it into the back of the net. And he makes it 1-0 in injury time of the first half. Really, really nice finish. Really nice passage of play there by us. We get from one end of the field to the other really quickly. And it's what we've been doing for the past couple of seasons now. Really fast, fluid, counter-attacking football. as Marlon receives the ball, threads it through to Chukwueze, looks to get the better of the pace for Matip, and he definitely does so there. Just look at him charge away, drills it across. Sommer dives onto the ball. That was aiming right for Marlon if Sommer had not got on the end of that one. But Dave Scott plays the ball through to Vinicius Jr. We're just a few minutes into the second half. Little elastico, little ball roll, little laid off to Dave Scott. Really nice reaction save there by Sommer, because that was going right into the bottom corner. But a really good reaction save there by Sommer to keep it at just the 1-0. Once again, the keepers are playing brilliantly in this game as Vinicius Jr. looks to get the better of Martin. He's had him on strings all game, and he cuts inside with a Berber spin, fires one. It's another great save by Sommer. But yeah, Vinicius Jr.'s had Martin on strings all game as he plays the ball into Çalhanoğlu. Çalhanoğlu through to Havertz. Great reaction save once again by Sommer, but Vinicius Jr. is going to lay this one across to Tonali. Tonali's going to charge forward and play it to Çalhanoğlu up to Havertz. Looks to get the better of the man as he dinks it across to Vinicius Jr. Lays it across to the back post. Alvarez is there. Can't quite win the header. Still only 1-0 as we go into injury time. Marlon receives the ball, plays it up to Kai Havertz, loses out. There's a counter hit opportunity with a couple of seconds left, but William Pavalli decides to just cut it back and play it across, kind of wasting time. And that's okay by me, because we're going to pick all 3 points in this episode. And this is just a really cool, really interesting thing. Now that we've become a really big team, look how many players we've got going out on international break. We've got a lot of players leaving, but that does obviously increase the risk of injuries in them playing so many games this season. But I'm going to leave you with the scout reports from Australia, Algeria and China. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please like, subscribe and peace.